All right, so hey guys, it's me, 8444. Today, guys, I have a friend of mine, and today we'll be discussing about Korea Republic for the World Cup, or otherwise known as South Korea. So I'll let my guest speak. T10S is the guest, by the way. So what's your thoughts, man, on Korea Republic?
Yeah, I think that's because as an Indian, I don't really have a team to support. I don't really have a team to support for this World Cup, but the two teams I will support are South Korea because it's probably because of Son. It's mainly because of Son because I just think because as an Asian, I know the lack of football talent in Asia. So the fact that Sons actually come from Asia, it still like amazes me because like you may not understand it, which I get, but I've seen the Asian talent over the years. I think the only player that comes close to Son is Jason Park, and he's been retired for like 10 years now. So yeah, I think South Korea. I think they're a decent team, and I was just going through their fixture list. I was going through their fixtures during the AFC during the World Cup qualifying, and they don't really play with a singular formation. They tend to change their formation a lot. But I've seen one formation that they mainly play is it's a 4-1-3-2. So 4-1-3-2 with one holding midfielder, and then there's one cam, and then there's two wide players and two strikers. 4-1-3-2.
Well, it's not even here.
Bloody hell.
Oh yeah, sorry, it's here. Oh, wait, that's 4-3-1.
Yeah, it's kind of not that, but like I guess that would work. But like but like the two midfielders you see ahead of the CDM, they play wide. They play wide players instead of the two CMs.
Okay. Yeah,
They're wingers.
I think that's the closest we're gonna see here.
Yeah. So I guess let's start with the lineups then. So in goal, I guess it would be his name is Hyun Woo Jo. Hyun Hyeon.
Yeah, let me go ahead and All right, let me go ahead and look at the. Let me just look at my phone the players because it's gonna be hard. A lot of the player names are probably hard to spell. So let me see the squad. So who's gonna be in goal?
Oh wait, sorry. It's not. Oh, sorry. It's not that guy I just mentioned. His name is just type in Kim. Just Kim. And what? Okay. Okay. Then type. Okay. Seong. Seung. Seung.
Oh.
Seung.
Ueng.
That's not same. It's not even there. Okay. Okay. Well. I guess. Okay. I guess that is. Oh, okay. He's a keeper. His last name is Kim.
Sing. Yeah, he's not there, unfortunately. Okay, so let's just pretend he's there. But obviously we'll. Yeah, he's not there, unfortunately. Just pretend he's there, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So then for centre backs, I'm pretty sure this guy will play for them. His name is again Kim Yong Gwon. Everyone in their back three, is all of them have Kim in their names. So.
Wow.
The whole back four actually has Kim in their names.
Wait, hold up. Is this the guy Kun Gem? No, I don't think it's that. Wait, let me see.
Plays for Ulsan.
Oh man. Oh, here we go. Searching the. Okay. Let's see. Trying to find.
Oh, he plays for Ulsan. Ulsan is a club.
Yeah. I'm just searching the club name. Sometimes it's easier to do this way.
Ah. How's he not there?
Oh man, this is tough. All right, just tell me. I guess we're not going to use this formation thing because most of the players are probably not here.
Yeah, okay. So then next centre back, his name is, I'm pretty sure he's the best centre back. His name is Kim Min Jae. He plays for Fenerbahce in the Turkish league. He should actually be there, actually.
Yeah, I don't
Turkish
know.
league.
Let's just put all the players you know and just put it here in this thing. So let's go back to the goalkeepers. So who do you think is gonna be the three goalkeepers?
Three goalkeepers for them. I think it'll be the first choice. I think will be Sing Kim, the guy we just talked about. He
Yeah.
plays for Haskoy Yıldızspor in the Turkish league. So yeah, I think it's like Turkish league is a big deal, okay, for Indian player, for Asian players. So yeah, I think yeah, he's probably good, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then so the other keepers, well, they have let me just check real quick. Okay, so in the squad, yeah, I think the next one would probably be Hyun Woo Jo.
Yeah, I'm just looking out here for my phone as well, from the foot mob.
Yeah. And then I think it'll be Kim Dong Jun. Right. So, right. And so then for the two center backs, I think it will be Young Won, we just talked about. And then this guy is probably one of the better players. His name is Kim Min Jae. He plays for Fenerbahce in the Super League in the Turkish league. So yeah, he's probably good. Yeah. Then left back would be Jin Soo Kim. They're Korean. He plays for Jeonbuk Motors, for a Korean club.
All right.
Then and right back, Kim Tae Hwan. He plays for Ulsan, which is a South Korean club, and it actually top of the league right now in South Korea.
All right. What's the player name again?
The player name is Kim Tae Hwan.
All right, Kim. All right. All right. Interesting.
Right now, then in midfield for the CDM that we want.
Who are the backup players?
Oh, backups. Okay. So backups would be just checking. So center backs. So then there will be. Yeah, I guess it'll be this guy. His name is Park Min Gyo. He plays for Suwon, for a South Korean club as well.
All right.
And Hong Jul, he plays for Daegu, for another South Korean club. Then there will be Gamba Osai. He plays. That's a club. Sorry, Kwon Hyung Won. He plays for Gamba Osaka, who are a South Korean, a Japanese club actually. It's a W. Oh wait, never mind. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So yeah, is that all the defenders?
There's one more. His name is Park Ji Soo.
I think I already wrote his name.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, all right. So now we can actually get to the midfield.
Yeah.
And in midfield, South Korea. So South Korea, they play with one CDM. So that CDM would be just checking. But okay, so I think pretty soon the main CDM would be. Let's give me a sec here. Uh, uh, okay, got this. So yeah, the main CDM would be Jong, this Wu Young Jong. He plays for Al Sadd in the Qatar League. So from a familiar venue for him.
Oh yes.
And then Lee Jai Song. Wait, no, sorry, backups as well. Okay, so backups. I'm pretty sure this guy should be in the squad. I'm not sure why he wasn't in the squad in the qualifiers, but he should be there. His name is. Where'd he go? Oh yeah, where'd he go? There he is. His name is Lee Dong Jun. He plays for Hertha BSC in the Bundesliga.
All right.
Finally, a familiar league.
Yes. Yeah, all these players, man, I don't really know too much about them, so.
And then one other player you can add is Jeong Woo Young. He plays for Freiburg. So I must be decent then.
Yeah, wait, what's the name again? How do you spell it again?
Jeong Woo Young. Geong. That's his first name.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, you know what's interesting? There's another player I'm seeing on my list here. It says Jae Song Lee.
What?
Jae Song Lee. He plays in Mainz.
Oh yeah. That was the next player I was gonna mention. Yeah, at Cam. Nah, that's the Cam.
Wow. Interesting.
And then we can finally get on to players that we actually know. So then they have two wingers, and their two wingers off the left, Son,
Obviously.
and off the right, Wang Hee-chan.
Wang Hee-chan. Yeah,
And then after that, South Korea, and then after that, in this formation, South Korea played two strikers. So, wait, no, we talked about backups as well, I think. Yeah. So, backups, I suppose, actually, I think we mentioned the backups. It's like kind of the midfield kind of counts as backups as well. So, so then they have two strikers. They only have two strikers. Yeah, so the two strikers are, first one is Cho Gyu Song. Plays for Gyeongcheon Sangmu in the South Korean League. And then the final one is Hwang Ui-jo, who plays for Bordeaux in the French League.
Yeah. I'm looking at my phone here. There's interesting players that, from like the Bundesliga, I think. There's one other player. His name is from Dong Jae Lin. He plays at Hertha Berlin.
Yeah.
And then you got Woo Ying Jung. Plays at Freiburg.
Yep, I mentioned them. And it's actually, and I'm seeing the stats right, it's actually a starter for them. He played 32 games for them this season.
Wow. It's really interesting. Yeah, I'm just going to mention all their names. And yeah, like I said, so now that we've talked about the squad, I would say, what do you think are the biggest strengths of this team? Obviously, I think their attack is very interesting.
I think, in my opinion, they're gonna struggle to face teams with good fullbacks, because I think if a team has good fullbacks and they manage to close Son and Hwang Hee-chan out of the game, I think it's game over.
Yeah, definitely. And looking at the group, it's a tough group. You got South Korea, Uruguay, Portugal, Ghana. I mean, what's your expectations? Because that's a tough group.
Yeah, it's a very tough group, but especially Uruguay as well. They've been very good recently, because Mexico, like, they're one of the best teams in the world right now. Like in the FIFA rankings, I'm pretty sure they're top 10. And Uruguay recently smashed them 3-0. So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. For Mexico, for me, obviously I have seen their games. And I don't know, man. FIFA rankings, I don't really take it too seriously, But you still got to get
impressive.
Yeah. Well, for me, they're not the best in CONCACAF. Best in CONCACAF right now has got to be Canada. They're the best, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So
at least you didn't say USA.
Yeah, Mexico's probably third, I would say. Third, but for Uruguay, it's going to be interesting because as good as this Uruguay team has been, I don't really feel like they've been as challenged because like I know they sacked Oscar Tabarez, which was a big decision by the way. And remember, guys, they were like six, I think, before they sacked him, and they had 4 games to go. But the thing is, like those 4 games they had were, I feel like even if they had kept Tabarez, I think they still would have made it through. So it's gonna be interesting. Then obviously got Portugal. That's kind of a wild card team. You look at this team; they have so much talent on paper, but the coach is obviously we know he's not good.
That's just the manager. I think it's not good at all. Yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure. By the way, I think so. I think yeah. But let me just check something real quick. And yeah, the South Korean manager is actually Portuguese.
wow. Yes, I was gonna actually mention that. Wow, that's very interesting.
Imagine knocking out your actual country. That'd be sad.
Yeah, and then obviously still have Ghana. I mean, what do you think about Ghana? Because likely if South Korea is gonna advance, you likely have to beat Ghana. They're gonna have to likely beat Ghana.
Yeah. And I think they will manage to beat Ghana because I think Ghana. I don't even know much about them, but I know they're not even a big country in Africa. I don't think like they're not that good in Africa as well. So like I think South Korea should be fine against Ghana.
Yeah, my thing about Ghana is that they came last in the AFCON groups, but they managed to qualify for the World Cup because they beat Nigeria on away goals, which was really interesting. And yeah, the Ghana for me defensively looked really solid. I don't know if you heard this. They're getting a lot of dual national players. I heard Nico Williams.
Oh yeah, I forgot Hudson Odoi, Lampsey,
Lamptey,
and
Jackie
yeah.
Williams. Oh man, those dual national players, man, it could be very interesting. Yeah, man.
I kind of don't like it though because cause like if you're going to represent one country, stick to it. I don't really like switching nations like that. I don't really like that concept.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't think it's fair, but it is what it is. We can't do anything about it. For me
Wait,
personally,
just like wait, but like so sorry to cut you off, but like just imagine. So imagine the last World Cup. It was Croatia versus France, right? Imagine hypothetically if there was just one player who was half Croatian, half France. Imagine if he played for if he played for Croatia in that World Cup final, but then because France won it, he switched to France. That's just like
yeah, it's really, really, it's just bizarre. It is
yeah.
what it is. So for me personally, for Korea Republic, it's tough. It's a tough group. Honestly, I will say this though. I do feel as though they should be at least competitive. I don't think they
For
make it to
me,
round
for
16.
me, for me, it all depends on their game against Uruguay. If they can beat Uruguay, I think they'll go through.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. And I'm looking at the Asian nations in particular. I think they have the best chance to progress, in my opinion. Of all the other nations, I don't really give them that much of a chance. I think they have the best chance for Asia.
But Qatar is a decent group because like I don't want them to go through, but like if we're talking about Asian nations, then like they probably have the least difficult group because
Yeah, I don't know, man. It is. I mean, you make that fair point, but like, I don't know. I've seen Qatar, man. They even struggle against like Luxembourg and these kind of nations, and
it is score against us.
yeah. Oh yeah, you got India kept it a clean sheet against Qatar. It was
Yeah,
so
we,
yeah.
and we celebrated that like winning the World Cup.
Oh yeah, man, crazy. But yeah, for South Korea Republic, man, it's gonna be very very difficult for them. And for me, like I said, it all kind of hinges on like Son Heung-min. I feel like
Yeah.
he has to be on like it is. He has to like do everything he can basically. And remember how earlier we were just talking about how like Asian nations, there's not many Asian players in Europe, and so I feel like this would be a really good chance for them to prove
Like
themselves.
South Korea have probably the best bunch of players who play in Europe because like there's not because like because there's not only Son and Hwang Hee-chan. There's also this Hwang Ui-jo guy who plays for Bordeaux in the French league, and then they have a couple of players in the Bundesliga. So like I think because like I think with Asian nations, I don't think there's any expectations to deal with Asian nations because Asia is probably the weakest continent in the world in terms of footballing ability. I don't think there's much expectation at all, and that could be good, but that could also be bad.
Yeah, and recently they just got smashed by Brazil, so oh man,
Yeah, but it's Brazil though.
yeah, I know, but still, I mean, it's not really a good sign coming into a World Cup. Later this year.
And, and in
Um,
fairness, there were two penalties.
yeah. Let me ask you this question. We didn't even think about this. The fact that the World Cup is going to take place in Qatar, during a different time frame. Because keep in mind, World Cup is usually held during the summer. It's going to take place during the winter time. And Asian Cups are usually held around this time. I know it's not held November. I know it's held January, typically speaking. It's going to take place in Qatar. Do you think that in itself will give an advantage to Korea Republic the other three nations don't have in this group?
I think it could. It is possible, but like that could be said for we don't know because like the thing is we also have to remember these stadiums will be there'll be air, there'll be air conditioned as well. So like it's really difficult to say if a team will have that advantage or not because of the venue.
Yeah, that's true. That's also another good thing to take into account because that's also another thing because I believe this is the first World Cup we're gonna have air conditioned stadiums. That's pretty crazy.
How I can't even imagine that. Like how does that work?
Yeah, I honestly same. It's crazy. And yeah, as I said, man, it's gonna be interesting because like I said, I really because you guys know I'm also Asian as well. I'm not fully American, obviously, and it'd be nice because because my nation's pretty much Bangladesh and let's be real, both of our nations, both me and T10S, we're just not really good at football. Just put it otherwise simply short. We're both
At
known
least,
for
at least we're good at one-sport.
oh yeah. Yeah, so at least we're decent at stuff, so it's like I said, it's very very important that Asia does well, and this World Cup is taking place in Asia as well, and remember guys,
Yeah.
last time it was held in Asia, we all know what happened 2002. I don't want that to happen
But to be
again.
fair, like as an Asian, that was a horrendous run. That was like that whole World Cup was a disgrace because like if South, I'm not even kidding, if South Korea would have made the final against Germany, there would have been riots outside the stadiums. Like
Oh, you
they
mean
would have
Brazil?
been. No, I'm talking about because like South Korea, they faced Germany in the semifinals. If they beat
Oh,
Germany and went to the final, I think there would have been
oh yeah,
riots.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Now imagine they had won it. Oh my goodness.
That would just be no. That would just be. Also, I'm pretty sure there was also one story. So there was this South Korean player playing in Italy, and because of what happened in the World Cup, because of like the ref because of the referee of South Korea versus Italy game, that player he got kicked out of Italy. He got kicked out.
Man, that's just And like I said, man, maybe this is a good sign, or maybe not. Actually, there's a good sign that maybe an Asian nation can do well in this World Cup because I still believe. I know it's hard to believe, but I believe there's going to be at least one Asian nation that's going to progress to the round of 16. I believe there's going to at least be
Yeah.
one because it's an
There
Asian,
should be at least one. There should be at least one. Yeah.
you know. And and like I said, the World Cups there's always surprises, because you know, isn't it like imagine we have a case where South Korea Ghana makes it through? How crazy would that be?
I wouldn't like it to be honest. So also the crazy thing is like the two teams that I'm supporting the most are in the same group, so it's a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit rough, But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, and yeah, like I said, man, for Korea Republic, this is I think, like I said, I still think they have one of the best chances to progress of the Asian nations. You could maybe argue Qatar, Saudi Arabia. I'd say they're pretty
But
much.
the thing about guitar, it's not about like the only reason I said that is because of their group. But in terms of but the only reason they might not advance is because of their footballing ability. Because South Korea are better. Because like we've seen them beat in Germany, but we've not really seen Qatar do anything similar to that at all.
Oh yes, that's true. Oh yeah, South Korea did beat Germany, and remember they lost narrowly against Mexico and Sweden the last World Cup.
Yeah.
Was
Oh
that
wait,
right?
yeah, they got knocked out by Mexico in the round of 16, right?
No, they got knocked on the group stage.
Oh, that's
Yeah, they lost by
uh,
like 2 1 goal deficit margins.
that's a sad.
Yeah, man, it was very sad indeed. And yeah, for like I said, I think what you said earlier is very important. That the fullbacks have to be very interesting because I'm looking at Portugal fullbacks in particular. You have like Joao Cancelo, and
I
then
think I think
obviously
no, no,
Varane.
I think Portugal they'll be fine. I think because like their fullbacks, I think Because like they're like Cancelo, one of the best left backs, one of the best fullbacks in the world. Like he's not even a left back. Like Cancelo doesn't even have a fullback position. He can just play and he can play either side. And the thing about Cancelo is that if, for example, if for example, if they start with Cancelo at left back and I don't know Dalot at right back, if Hwang Hee-chan is if Son is causing huge problems to Dalot, they can easily bring on they can easily bring on Nuno Mendes at left back and then switch Cancelo to right back, and then Son will be isolated because that's the advantage of having a full back that can play both sides.
Yeah, you know it's really interesting. I've heard a lot of things about this. That Joao Cancelo, I don't know if this is true. You might have your different opinion. I heard a lot of people say that Joao Cancelo, he's really good as a fullback, but he cannot defend very well.
I think, yeah, speaking about Cancelo, he's kind of like Trent in a way because like he isn't good because of his defending. He's good because of his playmaking.
Yeah, and so that's gonna be important because remember, guys, defensive fullbacks that's gonna be important because obviously Son could do well against like an attacking fullback, because they're not gonna defend very well, you know. Then I'm looking at Uruguay in particular.
If you think about it, actually, none of Portugal's fullbacks are really that good defensively. I mean, they have Cancelo, Guerrero, Dalot, and Mendes. I think Mendes is the only one who's okay defensively, but the others are all a bit suspect defensively.
Oh yeah, and then I'm looking at Uruguay. To be honest with you, I don't think any of their fullbacks. Now I've seen this before. I've seen Araujo play as a right back, which I know it seems a bit odd, but he can play as right back because we've seen it at Barcelona. We've even seen it at Uruguay.
The Uruguay manager might actually do that in order to close down Son.
Yeah, and he can do defensively well. I mean, I remember the El Clasico. He was very good against Vinicius Junior. So, so it's not like he can't play there. So keep an eye upon Raul because he's been one of Uruguay's best defensive players. And yeah, and obviously for Ghana,
and also Ghana, if they get Lamptey, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, Lamptey as well. So, yeah, what's your prediction for Korea Republic if you had to make a prediction as of today for this group?
I would say an optimistic second place finish. I think they'll. I think they'll. So the first game is against Uruguay. I think they'll draw that game. I think they'll draw against Ghana. Not draw. Sorry. I think they'll win against Ghana. In fact, I think they'll smash Ghana, and I think they'll lose back to Portugal by like narrowly, like 2-1 or 1-0. So,
all right.
And then yeah. So it all depend on Uruguay and South Korea. It will depend on both of the results against Portugal because if Uruguay win against Portugal and South Korea don't, it's probably true.
Yeah. For me personally, if I had to give a prediction, I'm going to say Korea Republic finished third in the group, just as of today. I could change my mind later on. I just feel like for me, Uruguay, they've been solid, and Portugal, they have been solid as well. Although I will say, though, something tells me that South Korea could maybe pick them for that second place because I've been kind of very, very concerned with Portugal recently. So, no, it's gonna be a difficult group, like you said, and this is a group where it could come down to the wire. We could have a situation where all three teams, like one team could have like let's say 9 points, just hypothetically, but the other three teams are like level on 3 points each, and it could come down to goal difference.
Man, how's this being? Also, by the way, I found this out the other day. Wait, it's off topic, but it's not in La Liga. Is it goal difference or head to head?
Oh, it's head to head.
I knew it.
Yeah.
South Korea. It's gonna be interesting. And also, wait, who was that? I don't remember his name, but there was one keeper wasn't there in the last World Cup who he had he performed really, really well. South Korean keeper. What was his name again? I forgot.
Crap. Let me see if I can find. He was, I think, was a Jay. I don't remember. Let me go check. He was very good. I remember. You're right. Let me see. I'm just gonna look up on Google real quick, and then we'll wrap out of here.
Yeah.
So that was Germany. Yeah, that was a crazy win. 2-0 win. Let me see the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper was Jae Hong Woo.
Jae Hong Woo. Wait, let me just check the South Korean squad real quick. Jae Hong Woo. He's not there.
Wow. Is he retired?
Did he retire?
Oh no, he's 30 years old.
What? And what happened to him? Wait. Which club is he playing for?
He's playing for Ilsan Huandi.
They're a South Korean club.
Dang. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not even in the squad.
That's surprising. And also another thing about South Korea as well. I think their main weakness is their defense. Because if you look at their I think to be honest, I think they'll be fine in midfield as well. Because in midfield they have a few players who play in Europe, but they have no one who plays in Europe in their defense. No one. Well, they have one guy from Turkey, but that's it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at players. Let's see. They're like a lot of 30-plus-year-old. That's not very good.
Yeah, pretty old squad actually. Yeah, like
Yeah,
who's the
that's
youngest player? I think the youngest player is actually Jeong Woo Young. He's 22. The guy from Freiburg. He's only 22.
yeah, that's a very worrying. Is that if your defense is very old, you can get at it. Obviously, a pacey attacker, as we know. So, like I
Yeah,
said,
tasty. Also one other thing as well. For Europe, but I think that could be good though, because Uruguay don't really have any quick strikers, do they?
I mean, there's only one that really comes to my mind, but I don't think he's gonna be a starter. He's gonna be Darwin Nunes. He could maybe.
That's like yeah. Because I think Uruguay will start Cavani and Suarez, and neither of them are really that quick. I think the main strength is aerial battles, and I think South Korea's defense will be fine if they have to deal with aerial battles.
Yeah. So one last thing before we head off. So how do you think South Korea is gonna play? Like a possession based, counter attacking. Like, what do you think is gonna be their main style?
I think their main style will be to get the ball to the wings because their main strength, of course, is Son and Hwang Hee-chan. I think they're just going to try to get the ball to them as much as possible, and I think if they can do that, because they need Son and Hwang Hee-chan to have a good tournament. If this might be a bit naive for me to say, but I think if both of them have good tournaments, I think they might go through just because of them having good tournaments.
Man, it's gonna be really tough, man. It's gonna be
Because,
really
because
tough.
the thing about teams like South Korea is that they rely on a very few amount of players, and that can work because we saw Maradona in the Argentina in the 1986 World Cup. I don't know any player from that squad apart from Maradona. Yet he carried them to a World Cup, so it's possible. It's possible. It's possible to rely on a few players and go through.
Yeah, it's definitely true indeed, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, as I said, this will be interesting. So thank you, T10S, for coming on here on my channel. It
Yeah,
was
no
a great
problem.
honor for you to discuss. I know it's not your own national team, which is very unfortunate, but hopefully for the future World Cups, hopefully we can discuss India here. But like I said,
Yeah,
it's still an Asian nation.
maybe even maybe even Bangladesh one day.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's gonna be very interesting. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, guys. Comment down below what you guys think for South Korea. What do you guys think they'll finish in the World Cup? And also comment down below your expectations as well. Are you excited? Personally, for me, I'm excited to see South Korea. I want to, I like to see Asian nations do well. Obviously, we're both from Asia,
Yeah.
so it's kind of expected. And obviously, that's gonna be it. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you guys comment down below your thoughts. Subscribe if you're not here. Like the video if you did enjoy. Make sure you guys check out my plaza. Listen to the description below. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.